Hello, hello, hello. I am not live today, but that's okay. I still want to get this video out. I was supposed to make it last week, so I didn't make it last week because I was really busy and super tired. Okay, because I told you I pick up energy from anybody I'm connected to. And I pick up energy from people around me that I come in contact with every day. So, with that being said, we're going to get this started. Now, I look a hot mess today. I didn't even put gel in my hair, It is what it is. I'm not trying to be a fashionista. Don't get me wrong. I like to dress up. So when I dress up, I dress up. But I can dress down because it's not about what I look like. It's about the message. So let's get the message today. And I don't even know what I wrote last week, but we'll just get into it. It's written down so paper don't forget. I always like to start with wisdom quotes. And today I have for you, what is life without risk? And that is J.K. Rowling. That's pretty much self-explanatory. And when you're going through your day-to-day task and your day-to-day workings of the day, sometimes you have to take risks, and that's in business, that's in relationships, that is in pretty much everything that you will help get, take you forward. And that is cryptocurrency, anything that has to do with gain or loss. You have to take a risk because you don't know if you're going to gain or you're going to lose. But in order to, my puppy always does this when I get ready to do a video. But I guess it's okay because it's teaching me how to not be distracted, even though I'm a little distracted right now. But we're going to work through it, okay? So before I am world sensation, I will have to grow to not being distracted. Number 2, the true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. And that is Albert Einstein. And even that one for me, it's a little, I didn't technically know exactly what he's talking about. But I guess to have imagination, he says it's a sign of intelligence. So it's not about what you know. It's about being able to manifest it, imagine it, to see it, to visualize it, and bring it to you. I can get that. I understand that because I definitely believe in manifestation. You can manifest whatever you want and desire in life. I believe that. I know a lot of people don't believe that, but it works for a lot of people, and it'll work for you. Some people feel the rain, others just get wet. That's Bob Marley. That's pretty deep right there. It's rain and you're getting wet, but some people feel it, which, if you actually are in the rain, you're definitely going to feel the raindrops falling on your body, because your body can feel sensation. But that's deep that he said that, because, most people just get wet. That's deep. I'm going to let him have it, because that's deep. I have to, really, really, really think about that, because I'm a deep thinker. And I really have to think about that myself, because that's, Go ahead on, Bob Marley. He might have been high as a kite, but he got some wisdom. Okay? You cannot find peace by avoiding life. Virginia Woolf. That's pretty deep too. More I get into these wisdom quotes, I tell you, it really fires the brain up a lot. Because a lot of things that we do, or I do, these are like speaking to me. Because sometimes I like to say even keel, like kumbaya, like, just chill. I like to stay chill. I don't want to be all out of my element, or, have to come out my skin to tell people off all day long. I don't want to do that all day long. But if you don't, then it builds up and builds up till you explode. And I'm guilty of that. I'm definitely guilty of that. And my poor boo, God help him. I let him make it a lot of times, and I don't think that really helps, because I should be voicing exactly what's going on all the time, but I don't want him to be thinking that I'm, just complaining all the time either. But it's not really fair to hold a lot of stuff in and then explode. But it is what it is. In order to grow, you have to make mistakes. And like I said, I'm even killed, I'm chill. I'm kumbaya, but I have to be a little more vocal. I definitely have to be a little more vocal. And not really worry about what people think. Because if it bothers me, or you bother me, then I need to bother you. And it's so crazy, because I used to bother people that bother me. But then I was like, you know what, I'm getting too old for that. I don't want to be going around being aggressive all day long. You can't make it in this world and be kumbaya, because people will not let you make it. I mean, until we raise the vibration, I'm going to have to be getting into it. I don't want to get into it, but if you keep on keeping on, I'm going to have to get into it. It's just going to have to happen. Okay, I just have to come out of retirement. I thought I'd be able to be kumbaya, but I tell you, it's so crazy, because I'm normally chilled and easy going all the time, but when I come out that skin, people be like, I did them something wrong. I'm like, you asked for that. You've been asking for that. You've been asking for that. Just because you think I don't have it in me, don't think I don't have it in me. I keep telling y'all this on the videos all the time. I don't want to go there, but don't make me. It's going to take a lot to get in there, but I can go there, okay? I don't want to do that. I'm divine. I'm a light being. I'm a healer. I'm a peacemaker. Let me be peace, okay? Let me heal you. Let me speak to your soul. Y'all gonna have to stop all that acting like, I am not talking about me right now, but acting like little kids, and you grown. You didn't grow up from the playground. You just got bigger, but you the same person. Really? You need to grow in the spirit, because that don't make no sense for people to be, and it's gonna sound like I'm venting and ranting, but no, I mean, somebody gotta say something. It don't make no sense for you to go around gossiping and acting like 7, 8 years old. So it really don't make no sense. It's ridiculous to be in there workplace or anywhere and have people acting like little kids. I'm allergic. I'm allergic to stupid, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I'm allergic to stupid. It don't make no sense. I'm here to tell you. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. I like that too. That's deep. All these are deep today. I don't know how. That's Winston Churchill. I don't know how I came across these five, but these five are deep. Let me just read that one more time. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. So you make a living by what you get. You make a life by what you give. That's real right there. That means you're in your purpose. Your life purpose when you give it. So it's a balance. Give and take. Give and take. Just like you have to balance the masculine and feminine, you got to balance give and take. Can't be just a taker and you can't be just a giver. Because if you give too much, you drain your energy. If you take too much, then you still draining of your energy because you got to try to figure out how to get more from somebody else. So just balance everything. Be in balance. Be a good steward in the world. Okay? Now, normally I write numbers on this, and I did not write numbers on this, but I'm pretty sure this is not in order, but that's okay. We can figure it out. It's just bullets. It's not like I wrote it all down like I did the first time. The first time I just wrote it and read it. But I already said I'm a thinker. I'm a deep thinker. So my brain is going 24/7. And I don't really mean 24/7. We're going to say 24. At least 12 hours out the 24. It's stinking because I'm sleeping. I get my rest, okay? I get my 8 to maybe 12 hours. Sometimes if I'm off and I worked hard, because I usually work open and close, and, if it was really stressful because I talk to a lot of people. That's what I do. I cut hair and I have to talk to people. And it takes a lot out of you sometimes, just to stand on your feet. And I'm not no spring chicken. I started in my 20s and I'm 50 now. So I can still stand up, nothing hurts. And I can still get it done. But sometimes I'm mentally exhausted because, like I say, I read energy. I read people. And it's not easy to keep yourself even keel because you have to be able to balance your emotions with other people's emotions because I absorb, other people's emotions, and sometimes it's the negative emotions because I like to, how do you say that, recycle it and send it back as positive and love. So that it makes it real hard to be myself, and I wouldn't be anybody else because I definitely didn't sign up for the task, but I was chosen. I mean, it's one of my gifts. I have many gifts, and some open up to me. I won't say every day, but often I figure out more things, and people says, you can read people's minds. It's kind of crazy. I don't technically read people's minds, but I can kind of, tell exactly what they're feeling and what they want to say, or if they don't say it. So it's not a form of I can just hear your thoughts, like word for word, but I can pick up on a lot of stuff. So sometimes it's overwhelming for myself because I'm like, oh my God, am I like a superhuman or what? Because if you say stuff like this, most people will think you're crazy. You're crazy because a lot of people don't use a lot of their brains. They use like 1% of their brain, and it is what it is. But some of us actually fire up a lot of our brain. And like I said, it started when I was very young. I tell you, I used to know stuff that I'm not supposed to know. And my dad was like, I don't know what to do with this child. Because like I said, I knew things I was supposed to know, and I would say things that a little kid probably shouldn't say. But I was an old soul in a young body. So, like I say all the time, it was really hard to parent a person like myself. But and it got to the point where I would just not say anything because, like I said, I was going to get a spanking from most, anything I said, or even some looks. If you look wrong, you're going to get a spanking. So it kind of shut me up for a while. But nowadays, I'm not a little kid anymore, and I can't get beat. So it's okay. It is what it is. Everything that I probably wanted to say back then, I can say right now. Okay? And I'm not trying to get fans or anything like that. I'm just trying to get the message out that we're all, not all of us, but a lot of us we're different, but we seem to be more inclined to follow the crowd instead of being ourselves, our authentic selves. And me myself, I never ever imagined being anybody but myself. So it is what it is. So, like I said, I do a lot of things my way, and people be like, I'm trying to be better and bougie, and it's not. It's not true. I'm just not a. I just don't have a collective mind. I have a mind of my own, and I elect to use it. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm going to get back into what I was saying because I get kind of off track. But I kind of like that because it's not really scripted anyway. It's just me opening up myself to help others. And like I said, I didn't even read my disclaimer. You can take all of what I say. You can take some of what I say or none of what I say. And if you don't like any of it, let it go in one ear and out the other. It's A-okay. I'm not here to tear anybody down or anything else. I'm just opening up myself because it's a lot of gifted people out there and a lot of people like me that probably need to be out here doing this as well. But they might feel, how do you say that, ashamed, or think somebody will ridicule them if they, come out and be themselves. I don't care if anybody really ridicule me. They do it on the daily anyway, just to kind of break your spirit because you're different. So it is what it is. I'll go first. Beat me up, laugh, whatever you want to do, because I'm definitely going to put it out there and I'm going to post it. And, well, I might make some people mad, some people sad, some people glad. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just trying to be myself and open the doors up for other people to come behind me. Like, we have to rewrite history. We have the power to change and reset. Just because things are done a certain way don't mean they're set in stone. It takes pioneers. Pioneers are people that go first, regardless of the outcome, what it's looking like, or how far they can see down the road. I can't see. that far down the road. All I know is I was the one commissioned to get up here and do this. So I answered the call. The Lord said, get out there, be authentic yourself, speak from the heart, and help people heal inside. People hearts are hurting, and that dictates their actions. They may say they're not hurting, they may act like everything's all good and dandy, but so many people are wearing masks nowadays, you really don't know who's who. You're looking at them and you don't know what's going on inside, if they need help, if they're mentally challenged, because right now a lot of people are mentally challenged, that it's so much going on and they have nobody to talk to, because you don't know who to trust and who not to trust, and you've been hurt, you've been abused, you've been mocked and made fun of, and it's really, really, really sometimes hard for a person to admit that they have a problem. And the people that don't have a problem get labeled as having a problem, because if you think outside the box, you automatically, draw a red flag. Everybody's like, oh, what's wrong with Sheila today? What's going on? She's miserable. Not. That's not true. I'm definitely not miserable. I'm a happy person. And to be able to be courageous and get up here and do this, that's, like I say, that's not an easy task. Because I don't really, like I say, care or think about who's going to like what I say and not like what I say. I have the right to say what I want to say, and you have the right to hear it or not hear it, or like me or not like me. It's still A-okay. I'm still going to get it out there, because there's somebody out there that needs to hear my voice and hear what I'm saying to them. So I will do the talking. The internet will do the writing it down for me, okay? Because anything you put out there, thank God, it's out there. You can go back to it. You can go over and over and over and over again. And it even tells you what date you said it, what time you said it, and you can post it over and over and over and over. I like it. Absolutely like it. So I'm going to say it, and the internet going to write it down for me. And I have to say this. No, I'm not God. I don't think I'm God. At least I don't think so. I'm just kidding. But he lives in me. He talks to me. Not like audible voice, but mentally. I get downloads all the time. Like I told you, angel numbers, all kinds of ways that, God will talk to you and speak to you if you open your mind up. And one direction, He'll definitely give it to you. Dreams. I have some dreams that, are, they're on point sometimes. And I'd be like, oh my goodness, I can't even question this, because I can see it with my natural eyes. I dream it and then I see it. So I'm like, okay. I get downloads all the time. And I also get, some weird dreams as well. And those are kind of hard to interpret, because I see faces and I see clear faces. And sometimes I don't know if it's like a dream or I'm actually like peering in, because it's like, it looks like it's happening like right then. And I can see people and I can see like where they are, and I can see I'm talking. I'm not talking. They're talking, and I'm listening, and I'm looking, and I'm like, okay. I wake up, and I'm like, okay. I definitely wasn't dreaming because I remember this, and somebody said keep a book by your bed and write it down, but I haven't been writing it down. But sometimes it's like, okay, what what's really going on? What's really going on? So I really have to get more and deep into it, and it's so crazy because, like I say, more as I go and more I get into it, then more things open up for me, and sometimes, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm scared. I'm not scared. It's just kind of, like I said, a little overwhelming. It's like, oh my goodness, ooh, that brain is fired up. Fired up. Turned down for what? What? I'm not turning down because I kind of take it a little slow, but I'm not scared. So, like I said, I'm not God, but I like to think I'm close as they get because I work really hard to get where I am. I didn't even get here overnight, and it ain't no easy task. I'm telling you right now, it's not easy. It's not easy at all, and I didn't sign up for easy. I just signed up to do it. Okay? I may not have all the answers, but I know who to get them from. And I get my answers straight from the Most High. I'm going to pray, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to get the answers. Okay? He'll definitely answer you. If you pray, you wait, and you look anywhere for the answers. You don't just look one place and think that's where you're going to find it. It may take a while to get that answer, but you'll definitely get those answers. If you believe and you seek and you keep an open mind, you'll get your answers. And like I say, I'm no judge of persons. I don't judge people. Black, white, brown, whatever you do is your business. It's not my business to judge you. It's my business, I'll say this time and time again, is to love you. I let God be God. God is the judge. I'm not the judge or jury. I'm just a light being on my mission. My soul's purpose is to teach people how to love and to be open, honest, and authentic. That's my job. I don't have any authority to be judging folks. It's not my business. It's not my purpose. Now, I like to stay at home. And I do this not because I don't like people. I do like people. But as you come on your journey, you get further on your journey, sometimes you have to distance yourself away from foolishness and a lot of worldly things. You have to distance yourself from that because you're going to get, like I say, you'll get downloads, you'll get messages, you'll get, your intuition is super high. And you can't do that being distracted with friends and sometimes family, because people, whether they believe it or not, what you hear is downloaded into your consciousness. It's downloaded into your brain. So you can't fill your brain up with everything and anything. You have to be aware and conscious all the time what you are putting in and be able to block things that are not supposed to be in your psyche. Because I'm telling you, if you mess around, you'll be messed up in the head if you listen to everything and anything that's being said or you see on the internet and all that good stuff. Don't get me wrong, I get on the internet and I kind of socialize a little bit and all that good stuff. But I know how to, like I say, let it go in one ear and out the other, and I know how to compartmentalize things, and I learn how to see and not see. So I know what to put in and what not to put in, and that takes a while. And that's not something you just jump into. It's called growth. You go down the road and you keep growing, and it's so crazy because sometimes I hear things and I think about some things, and it may take me overnight to process it, and the next day I'm gonna know how I feel, because I don't just make quick judgments on things. I have to think about it and analyze it and figure out what was said, what was trying to be said, what I think about it, how it was said, and what I'm gonna do with it. And then I go in on it, because I want to make sure I understand what's going on before I go in or go ham on anybody. And I definitely don't normally go ham, but I can, okay? Because right now tensions are so high with everything that's going on. Folks are, like I say, mentally exhausted. Tensions are very high. And a lot of people thought, just because we got vaccines and vaccinated and all, everything was going to go back to normal. I don't think it's going to ever be normal. I think this is the new normal. And that is staying inside more than outside. God gave us a blueprint of what to do. He shut us in for almost a year. And then you definitely just can't go back to what has been going on before. You have to make some changes. We have to make changes in how we interact with each other, changes about what we feel about each other, and changes about how we go about protecting everybody's emotions and cultures and feelings. So how we get along, how do we move forward, because we can't go back to what we were. And I do absolutely believe that God doesn't make bad things happen, but He does give you a chance to make things right. So with that being said, we should all be able to get along. God loves everybody. God promotes